Hey there geeks and geekettes, it's very early in the morning, but we've got more Marvel Legends announcements from San Diego Comic-Con 2019. Stay tuned. So hey guys, as you remember from the video Friday or Thursday I think it was, Marvel Legends announced a new Build-A-Figure wave for the MCU with Brothor. I'll leave a link there somewhere, go check that out. So there's been a ton of new releases from Hasbro Marvel Legends at San Diego Comic-Con 2019. It's very early in the morning, I'm tired, I'm wearing this hat because, well, look at that. So, I'll put all the pictures for the new releases down this side, and here we go. So the first figure we're getting is, or the first figure I've seen, is the Cosmic Ghostrider figure. This figure looks awesome. Obviously check him out there. These images are starting to come up online, so you can have a closer look at them. Then we'll get Captain America Civil War Ant-Man. Obviously he's a much bigger figure. I think it's just a re-release of this Build-A-Figure from the Civil War run. I've only got two pieces. I've got an arm and the head. So maybe I'll pick that up because I'm not going to be able to go backwards and complete runs. It gets really expensive. So that's cool for me. If you've already bought the Build-A-Figure, then maybe it's not so good for you. Then next we get Doctor Doom, which is comic book accurate. It looks really cool. Again, he's down there. I'd like to pick this one up as well. Good looking figure. Next up we have comic book accurate Shang-Chi. I've got a few Shang-Chi comics, but they're old. I mean, really old, yellowed. I bought a box from a lady who was selling her father's comic book collection. These comics are older than me, they're in a bit of a state. But they're the only Shang-Chi comics I've ever really looked at and read, so I don't know much about the character, but I'll have a look. Next we got a comic book accurate She-Hulk. Now she looks incredible. If that is the final design and not concept design, that is a really good looking figure. Maybe another one I'll pick up. Then we've got two releases from the PS4 Spider-Man game, which I haven't played because I'm an Xbox guy and I nearly switched just for the Spider-Man game. So we get Spider-Man PS4 Mark III suit and the Spider-Man PS4 Velocity suit. Cool looking figures, but I'm not going to collect them because I've never played the game, and I'll probably never be able to play the game because I refused to buy the game's console and paid more for online play. Then we have Squirrel Girl on a scooter. It's probably just a repaint of the scooter from the Deadpool scooter pack, but it's a cool looking figure. Not really read much in the way of Squirrel Girl, but what I have read, I've enjoyed. Probably going to give that one a miss myself. Next one I'm going to want to pick up because it's a Warzone Punisher. I'm going to have to get that. I've only got one other Punisher figure out of all of the stuff in this room. I've got an old Legends figure over there. He doesn't stand up very well, hence him leaning in the corner there. So I've got to get that. Next up is a comic book accurate Vulture from Spider-Man. Cool looking figure. Don't have many Spider-Man Legends, so I'll probably give this a miss as well if I'm honest. Next up is Deadpool and Hitmonkey 2-pack in the suits. That's a cool 2-pack. The amount of Deadpool figures that's coming out now, you could army build Deadpool. I'm quite happy just having one or two, if I'm honest. I wouldn't mind a Deadpool movie accurate figure. That'd be cool. I don't think there's a Legends out with that. We have another 2-pack next, which is Havoc and Polaris from the Xmen. These are good looking figures. From the Jim Lee era Xmen, which is the Xmen I grew up reading and watching on cartoons. I I'd like to say I'll get it, and I do love the character Havoc. He's Scott Summers, aka Cyclops' little brother. And sticking with X-Men, we've got Wolverine, Jean Grey, and Cyclops 3-pack. This is again my era, the Jim Lee era, down there. There's a few head sculpts, different hands. This looks like a really good pack. Probably a pack I'm going to want to pick up, depending on price, and what else I can afford with a wedding. Then we've got X-Force Deathlock. Cool looking figure. I'm aware of who Deathlock is. I've read obviously comics that he's in. Don't think I'll want to pick that up. Then we've got Danny Moonstar from the New Mutants. I think, does she turn into Wolfsbane? Wolfsbane? Maybe. I can't remember. Great looking figure, but again, nothing I'm going to pick up. And next we have X-Men Morph. I love Morph from the cartoons. I love Morph from the comics, but I don't really like the head on this figure. It's not the head sculpt, there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't like the look of the figure. I'd prefer the 90s Jim Lee or the cartoon Morph look with the hair. Then we have the Strongman Build-A-Figure, which is probably going to have all the parts in with Danny Moonstar, X-Force, Deathlock, and the Wolverine, Havoc, Polaris sort of sets. I'm not going to be building that figure. There's figures in the line that I'm not interested in. I don't particularly want the Strongman figure, but he's still a good Legends figure. And then we have the Weapon X. Now, there are a lot of Wolverine Marvel Legends figures. They keep coming, and I'm thinking I'd just sort of pick my favourite of the bunch, and this release would be the one I would pick up for a Wolverine figure, because it's the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine with the severed left arm, the claws straight through the sort of the metal stump that he's got. It's a really good looking figure. And finally we've got an X-Man figure, obviously down there. Don't know a great deal about X-Man, probably not going to pick him up, but I'm guessing sort of Deathlock, Danny Moonstar, Morph, Weapon X and X-Man will have the Build-A-Figure pieces to build Strongman. So obviously I'll put the photos in while I'm editing, so please comment, describe, like. My last Marvel Legends video did quite well. I'm going to try and keep this one under 10 minutes because I do waffle quite a lot. So guys, check them out, have a look online because the pictures are surfacing. There's plenty of videos on YouTube as well, so obviously I slept through this announcement. I'll catch you soon. Cheers for watching, bye.